52 of my life lessons. These are lessons that I've learned in my last 50 years of my life. I'll be turning 50 actually on Sunday, the 14th of February. Yes, on Valentine's Day. So let the celebrations begin. Okay, so let's carry on with the next 10 lessons. So number 11, I've learned in life that, there's certain people that you have to avoid in life for your own emotional well-being. And sometimes you can't totally remove them from your life. You just have to keep them at a distance and spend as little time with them as possible because of the negative effect they have on your life. And you find that sometimes the people who, when you talk to them or interact with them for a little bit, you end up feeling upset every time, or unsure of yourself, or your self-esteem goes down, or you just end up feeling ugly. Like us women, you end up feeling that you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough or something. So you need to avoid them because your emotional well-being is very important, day to day as well as long term, so that you can be everything God has called you to be. And then number 12, I've learned that you shouldn't expect the next person to be like you. A lot of times we compare other people with ourselves without even knowing it. We use ourselves as a measuring stick, and we'll be saying, I don't know why they're doing this, or why they think like this, or why they didn't do it like this, and we end up actually bordering on being judgmental. And the thing we need to realize is that we're different from other people, and that's why even if you do something for somebody, they won't necessarily do it back to you, because we're different, and you need to just appreciate that. And then number 13, I've learned that finding your purpose is a journey. It's very seldom overnight, and we all pass through the different stages of not knowing what you're supposed to be doing in life, and then you realize what you're supposed to be doing and you're trying to define it and refine it, and then you reach a stage where you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing and you get on with it. But it's shorter for some, that journey, and for some it's longer. For me it's been very long, and it's only in very recent years that I've started realizing what my purpose is and working towards it. And then number 14, I've learned that sometimes, in fact a lot of times people don't have to know your side of the story. They don't always have to know that, no, this is actually how it happened, and so forth. And you don't always have to be defensive or defending yourself, even if your side of the story is correct. And you can't go throughout life trying to explain to everybody all the time that no, it's not actually like that. It's not quite what you heard. It's like this or it's like that. You just need to leave it. Sometimes there is a time where you have to stand up and actually explain what happened and your side of the story. But a lot of times I've realized that with some things, if they're really important to you, you can just go to God and hand them over to God and say, Lord, this is the situation. I just trust you to be able to vindicate me. And you know what? He will, in his own way and in his own time. And then number 15, I've realized that in life, for you to get ahead and to grow and to move towards fulfilling your full potential, you really need to get out of your comfort zone for different things in different areas. And getting out of your comfort zone means different things for different people. For some, it might be maybe learning to speak in public speaking. For some, it might be praying in front of other people. For some, it's starting a blog, starting a YouTube channel, maybe a new job. For me, I'll give you an example. I've had to step out of my comfort zone a lot of times over the years. Writing a book was definitely out of my comfort zone because I'd never written one before. I didn't know how to go about it. I had to learn, I had to ask people for help. And I was like, okay, I have some content, but I don't know if I can write a full book. What if I run out of things to say? And what if I write it and nobody buys it? What if nobody reads it? And then I read something by John Stanko, and he said, if you don't write a book, definitely nobody's going to read it. You can be guaranteed of that. Yeah, so that really jolted me, and then I just got to it and continued writing my book. Okay, so number 16, I've learned that in life not everybody needs to or should know all your plans, the vision for your life, your aspirations and your dreams and your plans and things like that. They don't need to know that. Maybe just a few people in your inner circle, like your immediate family, one or two friends, and then people like maybe your business partner if it's something to do with your business, and a few other people that you trust, and maybe even people that will need to help you along the way. You may need to tell them some details about your plan, and even then they don't need to know everything. They don't have to have the full picture. And the reason for this is that really you just need to be talking less and getting on more with things, less talking and more action, and that's what brings results. And also you're guarding your dreams and your plans, because not everybody wishes you well. And it's not even a question about people sabotaging you or anything like that. You just need to be doing things quietly in your life, and like they say, the results will speak for themselves. And then number 17, I've learned that God protects you. It's good to do what you can. You must pray for protection, cover your family. You must wear your seatbelts. You must be healthy, so that you can live long and so forth. But at the end of the day, I have learned that God is the one who protects us. He really does. We can't do it, with our own cleverness or anything like that. And I can actually remember 3 times in my life, and I'm sure there are more, but 3 that I remember distinctly, where I could have easily died had God not intervened. And I will talk about that in another video. One of them, I fell asleep while I was driving on the Beitbridge Road, Harare Beitbridge Road, which goes to South Africa. And I can honestly say God protected me and everyone in the car. So God protects us. And then number 18, I've learned that we mustn't burn bridges in life. People are in our lives, a lot of people for certain seasons, not for our whole lives. But as we part ways, we must do so amicably. So this might be when you leave a job, when you leave a church, even friendships. Sometimes they're not lifelong. You just find that with time, you're not as close as you used to be. But whatever you do, you need to make sure that you part amicably. Because first of all, God says that we should live at peace with all men, in as far as it depends on us. And then secondly, you never know when you're going to need to call on those people. Now, if you've burnt the bridge, there's no way you can cross over. You can't even reach out to those people, and that's not a good thing. And then number 20, I've learned that inspiration is all around us. I mean, it's good and to be inspired by people who are afar, and we are inspired by sports people, by preachers, by different people in all walks of life. But I've found in my own life that I'm inspired by people who are right here, who I live with, and people who I interact with. My 4 children, each of them, they inspire me in a different way, each of them. My own husband, he inspires me big time. I have work colleagues that inspire me. My parents have inspired me. And the lady who helps us home, our helper, she's also inspired me. So sometimes you don't need to look far at all for inspiration. So that's it for today. Those are the 10 life lessons I have to share with you. I am going to go now and continue to celebrate my birthday. I'm really excited, so I will see you next week.